The Bitcoin market saw a big change on April 16, 2025. Investors pulled out $170 million from Bitcoin ETFs. This is a sign that some investors are worried about Bitcoin's price. It reversed the small amount of money that came in on April 14th. This outflow is a big deal because it shows a shift in sentiment. Many investors are choosing to sell their ETF holdings. This indicates a lack of confidence in the short-term future of Bitcoin. It's important to note that this outflow follows a brief period of recovery. However, the overall trend suggests a more significant movement away from Bitcoin ETFs. This is something that analysts and investors will be watching closely in the coming weeks. This outflow is a reminder that Bitcoin is still a very volatile investment. Its price can go up or down very quickly. Investors need to be careful and understand the risks before investing in Bitcoin. Two big names in the ETF world, Fidelity and ARK21 shares, pulled out a lot of money. Fidelity's FBTC ETF saw $113.8 million leave, while ARK21 shares, ARKB ETF saw $113.25 million go. These large withdrawals are noteworthy because they come from established players in the ETF space. This suggests that the concerns about Bitcoin's price are not limited to smaller or less experienced investors. While some investors are pulling back, others are still putting money in. BlackRock's IBIT ETF took in $30.58 million, and Bitwise's BITB ETF got $12.81 million. These inflows, while smaller than the outflows, demonstrate that some investors remain optimistic about Bitcoin's long-term prospects. The fact that these inflows are concentrated in specific ETFs suggests a degree of strategic allocation rather than widespread bullishness. On April 14th, there was a small inflow of $1.47 million into Bitcoin ETFs. This ended 7 days of money going out. It looked like things were getting better, but the big outflow on April 16th shows that investors are still unsure about Bitcoin. The total trading volume on April 16th was $1.83 billion, and the total net assets in Bitcoin ETFs are now $93.65 billion. The brief inflow on April 14th coincided with Bitcoin's price stabilizing around $85,000. This suggests a correlation between price stability and investor confidence. However, the subsequent outflow indicates that this confidence is fragile and easily shaken. It's too early to say if this is the start of a longer trend or just a temporary dip. The market is still trying to figure out what the new normal is for Bitcoin. Even though there is some fear in the market, big institutions are still investing in Bitcoin. Emory University and the State of Wisconsin Investment Board are two examples. They believe in Bitcoin's long-term potential. This institutional interest is a positive sign for Bitcoin. It shows that large investors see it as a viable asset class. The approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs in January 2024 by the SEC was a big moment. It made it easier for institutions to invest in Bitcoin. This has led to more institutions adding Bitcoin to their portfolios. The recent outflow from Bitcoin ETFs is a reminder that the market is still in its early stages. There will be ups and downs along the way. However, the continued interest from institutions suggests that Bitcoin is here to stay.